Hello again. Today I'm going to be talking about hydrogen injection systems. And today I brought along a hydrogen injection system to look at. This unit is sized appropriately for a box truck or a school bus, something of that size. There are smaller units that are appropriate for cars. There are larger units appropriate for tractor trailers, even larger for diesel locomotives and generators. Those are a little bit more of a custom application. This also works in marine applications, boats, things of that nature. But this unit, again, is sized appropriately for a box truck. And this unit was installed at one point. We took it out for demonstration purposes here. What this does is, this is essentially the water reservoir. The bottom 2/3 of this holds distilled water. This does not hold any hydrogen, so there are no hydrogen reserves, which is important because of the danger of hydrogen and its explosive nature. In this case, what we're doing is taking distilled water. We have a unit that performs electrolysis, which applies a positive and a negative charge to that distilled water. And what happens is that water molecule, the H2O, splits apart into the elements. So you get hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen are going to come through that blue tube, which then go into the air intake of the engine, and then that provides the benefits, which is another discussion. Today, we're going to continue to talk about this. On the bottom here is the positive and negative terminals. Very, very easy to install. However, you want to have this done by a professional because a warranty comes along with this, and that warranty only applies if it's done by a certified professional. The other thing I want to talk about is there's a solution that the installer will put into the unit the very first time he installs this, and it will stay in there forever. And that solution is a sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is an additive used because what it does is helps the positive and negative charge to conduct the electricity through that water better, and that gives you a very efficient, very consistent splitting of that hydrogen or that water molecule. And it also acts as an antifreeze agent because it's basically salt. So salt keeps water from freezing. So that's what that is. But you never have to add that again. All you have to do is about every 3 months, depending on how much you drive, just pour some distilled water in there. It's very critical it's distilled water, because if it is tap water or some other water with impurities, like mineral water, it's not going to work because of that small needle. And that small needle, as you can see, has a little bevel in the end, and it's very critical because of how small that hole is inside the needle. If that gets clogged, we have problems, and we don't want to have problems. So if you do what the instructions say and use distilled water, you won't have that problem of any backup. You'll get the performance you want, and that's the whole idea of this, is it's going to save money on your fuel economy. The other thing is this unit is very sophisticated. It has what I'm going to call a brain, but it's a CPU module, and this CPU is going to communicate to this unit and tell it how much hydrogen to put out. And the way it does that is it regulates the amount of current. And the amount of current is very, very low with this system versus other systems. So low, in fact, that you don't need any modifications to your alternator. Now, how do we tell it how much current we want to dial it in for? Well, there's also a unit that we can plug in. It doesn't stay in there. It's a unit that plugs into the brain unit, the CPU unit, and we can dial in up or down how much current we want that thing to run at. And we can adjust it, you know, if we decide that we run for a week and we want to see if we can get our performance any better, we can adjust it up a little bit or down a little bit, and we can find our sweet spot. And with precision hydrogen, that's a key component, is knowing exactly how much you need based on your average driving conditions, your average load that you pull or carry, and also, you know, how many hills you go up and down, how heavy your foot is on the accelerator, those kinds of things. So that's really the demonstration I wanted to do today. I hope that was helpful. I do have a lot more information I'd like to share, and we can explain how the warranties work. There's money-back guarantees involved with these things. There are professional installers. There's a network of people that already have these on commercial vehicles. So fill out some of the information below if you want to talk to me, or if you'd like to email back and forth, I can provide that information for you. But I thank you for your time, and have a great day. Bye-bye.